Up next is Mr. Stephen Wong, Technical Director of National Supercomputing Centre, Singapore, where he oversees technical operations and planning. Mr. Wong has been managing and designing high-performance computing systems for the past 20 years. Today, Mr. Wong will provide an introduction on the NSCC Singapore Supercomputer. Mr. Wong, you may begin.
Hi everyone. Okay, my name is Stephen. I'm from the National Supercomputing Centre in Singapore. This is just a quick introduction to our center in Singapore, and okay, for the sake of time, I will not be going too deeply. This is just enough information for those who are interested in participating in the competition, what you can expect to use. Okay, next slide, please. Okay. Which slide are we at now? Okay. Okay, so essentially, our charter is not just to support the academia, but also to the industry to try to raise the standard of the local companies beyond a laptop or PC or workstation into actually supercomputing, where they use the supercomputer as a tool in their business to perhaps enhance their product offering for higher order analytics and so on. Okay, next slide, please. Yes, okay, so what you are looking at is our supercomputer called the Aspire 1. The bulk of the system, if you look at the top left corner, is a whole stack of Intel Xeon nodes, 1,288 of them to be precise. And so this will be the main workhorse. Now, to the left of it, you will see something called large memory nodes. We have machines with 1 terabyte of memory, 2 terabytes of memory, and okay, it's not 4 terabytes as I mistake, it's 6 terabytes of memory. And the heaviest users of these machines are the life sciences group, who actually use it a lot for genome assembly. Okay, the rest. Okay, then moving on, we have GPFS and Lustre up to 13 petabytes of both. And we have a burst buffer that's capable of bursts of up to 500 gigabytes per second. But the sustained performance is closer to 100. Okay. The whole thing is connected by an EDR InfiniBand network, which was the state of the art when we acquired the machine 4 years ago. Now, if you look at the bottom right, since acquiring the system, we have had a few smaller systems on the site, notably the first one being an AI system, 6 units of DGX1s for the AI community. Now, you may think that this is not much, but what we do realize is most AI researchers are using the AI platform more like a workstation. By employing a traditional queuing model, we make all the jobs go through a submitted queue instead of having a VM to every user. We are able to push the utilization very high and reduce the need for too many GPUs. Okay, next slide, please.
Okay, here in the slide.
Okay. What you're seeing here is the original software stack that was built around the system when we first got it. The list has obviously expanded quite substantially. If you were to follow the URL on the bottom left, that will give you the whole list of software. So if you're taking part in the competition, this is the hardware and software environment that you can expect to use on our machine. The exact details like login, how to access, how to submit a job, all these details will be given to the competition participants. Okay, next slide, please. Previous. Oh, yes, this one. Okay, so what's the use of all these machines without a network? So this is a very high-level overview of our direct research and education network that is separate from the usual internet. Essentially, we have direct links to our partners in Europe, Australia, US, Japan, and Hong Kong. So if you're collaborating with universities or any R&D institutions in these countries, we can transfer our files very quickly. So this is the network that's currently in place. So if you're from one of these institutes, if you're from an institute in one of these countries, you can expect your access speed to be rather decent too. So it's not just, we have not just the hardware, but the network as well. So some of you may have realized that the hardware is a bit long in the tooth. We have been operating the system for more than 4 years. So what are our future plans? Okay, next slide, please. Okay, last year, our government announced that they had given us 182 million Singapore dollars. That works out to about 130 million US dollars to, besides upgrading our system, to set up various national infrastructure also to enable us to support the new supercomputer. As I speak now, we are actually building our next data center that's not too far away from the current one. Those of you who have visited us on the 17th floor, about this time when you visit us next year, you will probably see a new data center that is firmly on the ground, which is about 2 miles away from our present site. If you are interested in the details, it's somewhere in the National University of Singapore, which is just a stone's throw from our office. Okay, with that, this is a quick introduction to NSCC in Singapore. I'll open this time for any questions.